Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to talk about facial bones. Let's start a topic with introduction. Human skull is divided into two main parts, the cranial bones and the facial bones. While the cranial bones protect the brain, the facial bones form the framework of the face. These bones give shape to the face, protect sensory organs, and provide attachment for facial muscles that are essential for expression, chewing, and speech. There are 14 facial bones in total, most of which exist in pair, except for the mandible and vomer. List of facial bone. There are 14 facial bones, some of which are paired, like 12 bones are facial bone are paired, which include two maxillary bone, two zygomatic bone, two nasal bones, two lacrimal bones, two palatine bones, and two inferior nasal conchi, and two of which are unpaired bones that include one vomer and one mandible. There are two maxilla. Now let's talk about the facial bones one by one. As you can see in the diagram, the blue colored bone that is holding up the upper teeth is the maxilla. It is paired bone, that means there are two maxilla in every skull. It forms the upper jaw and central part of face. This bone holds the upper teeth and forms part of orbit, nasal cavity, and hard palate. Maxilla contain the maxillary sinuses that are the largest paranasal sinuses which help in lightening the skull and resonating the voice. Next facial bone we have is zygomatic bone. You can see in diagram the purple colored bone is zygomatic bone. It is paired bone, that means there will be two zygomatic bones in every skull. It is commonly known as cheekbone. It forms the prominence of cheeks and parts of the orbit. It articulates with the temporal bone to form the zygomatic arch, that is an important landmark for the face. Next facial bone we have is nasal bone. There are two in number, that means they are paired in bones. You can see in the diagram the green color bone in front of the maxilla is the nasal bone. It is a small rectangular bone that forms the bridge of the nose. It provides attachment for the cartilage of the nose, giving shape and support to its upper part. Next facial bone we have is a lacrimal bone, as you can see in the diagram if it is visible. It is also the pair bone, that means there are two lacrimal bones in every skull. It is the smallest bone of face that is located in the inner corners of the orbit. They contain a lacrimal fossa which houses the lacrimal sac, that is part of tear drainage system. It is essential for the passage of tears from the eyes into the nasal cavity. Next facial bone we have is palatine bone. It is also the pair bone, that means there are two palatine bones in every skull. It is located at the back of nasal cavity. It forms the posterior part of hard palate, part of nasal cavity, and small portion of the orbit. It contributes to separating the oral and nasal cavities, which is important for swallowing and speaking. Next facial bone we have is inferior nasal conchi, that is also pair bone. That means there are two inferior nasal conchi in every skull. They are curved scroll-like bones that project into the nasal cavity. They function to filter, warm, and humidify the air during breathing by increasing the surface area inside the nasal passage. Next facial bone we have is vomer, that is unpaired bone, that means there will be one vomer in every skull. It is a thin, flat single bone that forms the lower part of nasal septum, which separates the two nostrils. It contributes to the proper airflow through the nasal cavity. Next facial bone we have is the mandible, that is also unpaired bone. It is the lower jaw bone that is the largest and strongest facial bone. It is the only movable bone of the skull that is connected to the temporal bone by temporomandibular joint. It houses the lower teeth and forms the chin. It plays a vital role in chewing, speaking, and facial expressions. Functions of facial bone include: first function is protection, as facial bones safeguard sensory organs like eyes, nose, and tongue. Next function is support, as they provide the framework for the face, holding teeth and forming cavities for respiration and digestion. Next function is facial expression, as the facial bones serve as attachment points for muscles that control expression. Next function is speech and chewing, as they bones assist in mastication and articulation of sound. Next function is airway regulation, as nasal bones and conchi help in respiration by filtering and humidifying inhaled air. Conclusion of this lecture video. The 14 facial bones together form the unique structure of human face. Each bone has a specific function from shaping facial features to supporting vital processes like chewing, breathing, and communication. The mandible and vomer are unpaired bones while the remaining 12 bones are paired bones. They are collectively ensuring that the face is both strong and functional. And this was all about facial bones. Hopefully you liked the video. If you do, don't forget to like, share, subscribe and comment. Thank you for watching.